ready for this?
Oh, heck yeah.
Here's something you never get to do, actually. How cool is that?
We're at Mach 1.01, and that took 33 seconds.
One of your rockets could take out Vegas, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Incredible.
10 News presents the Miramar Air Show, sponsored by Coleman University.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the largest military air show of its kind. It is great to be back here at Miramar after a year off, and we're going to take you straight to all the fun, including a ride in the sky.
Boy, was that fun. An incredible experience. I got to go up with the one and only Patriots jet team.
In case of any sort of emergency.
My journey with the Patriots jet team started with a safety briefing. I got suited up, helmet on, and climbed in jet number 3.
All right, Tika, you ready for this?
Oh, heck yeah.
Good.
I've been waiting all my life for this. Are you kidding me? My pilot, Troy Myers, whose call sign is Curly, decided to throw in some pilot humor.
I've read the directions, and I think I've got it down. I wish I had photographic memory.
Zippy, my flight crew chief, got me locked and loaded. I'm so excited. The jet canopy came down, the jets were fired up, and it was time to roll out. One by one, each jet headed out to the runway. After a short taxi, it was go time.
One roll now.
I instantly turned into a little girl, and away we went. Just seconds into it, I knew this was going to be the ride of a lifetime. Take a look at this deep bank. This thrill seeker was in heaven. In the air, I was so in love with the aerial view, I couldn't help but take dozens of pictures. The Pacific Ocean looked even more majestic thousands of feet above it. Despite the jet's powerful roar and an adrenaline rush like I have never felt before, I felt a beautiful sense of peace and gratitude. Back on the ground.
Nice job!
That was awesome. Incredible. It was better than I even imagined. Really? Yes.
She enjoyed the heck out of it.
And Steve, that was probably one of the best experiences of my life.
You look like a kid in a candy store. Some phenomenal pictures, I would imagine.
I definitely felt like a little girl riding my first roller coaster and wanting to go back on it again.
And here are some of the new things happening this year.
New this year, it's the first time that the F-35 Lightning II Joint Strike Fighter will be on display here at the Miramar Air Show. This is the future of Marine Corps aviation, so we're very excited to show it off to the public.
Okay, I'm feeling pretty safe right now. That's because right behind me is the F-35. This is an incredible piece of equipment. We've got Major Mike O'Brien, call sign Snooky, one of the pilots of this plane, to talk a little bit more about this. This is a pretty special piece of equipment, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's obviously one of the newest aircraft that's out there in the Marine Corps especially, and overall in the U.S. military and really in the world.
Tell us about the capability of this plane.
So it can do a lot of things up and above that of the Hornet, the Harrier. It has a lot more capability to see a lot more out there on the battlefield, essentially. From visuals to taking a look inside in the cockpit, we have targeting pods that are really designed to take a close look at what you're trying to go after and trying to bomb out there. And in the air-to-air arena as well, it obviously can minimize its own signature, and that's one of the things that makes it stealth.
Just in layman's terms, the range, the speed, what this thing can do.
We're somewhat limited right now with our flight clearances, but I can tell you just when I bring the throttle with my left hand and select the afterburner, the difference between that and from a Hornet to the F-35 is incredible. It just jolts you forward in your seat, even more so than what you'll see out here with the Hornets when the Blue Angels fly. So now we can only do that for a few seconds here before we reach a certain airspeed, and then we'll get in trouble. But just that initial jolt is pretty incredible. So right now what we're doing as a squadron, we're doing all the initial qualifications right now to get to that level, whether it be air-to-air or air-to-ground. Next year the envelope will open up, if you will, where we'll be able to drop ordnance both air-to-air and air-to-ground. And at that point we're going to declare our initial operational capability and be able to deploy overseas to the Mid-East. And some of the current affairs that you see out there in the Middle East might be they will be good mission sets for the F-35.
So in other words, Snooki, you're the right stuff. You're pushing the envelope. This is it.
I won't go that far, but I mean, you said it. So you've got voice recognition in there too. So just to be flying something with today's technology, 2010s technology, Vice, you know, the Hornets. Again, I don't want to say too much about them, but like honestly, 1980s, 1990s technology. So that technological leap was pretty incredible. And it's awesome to be a part of.
And we've got a lot more ahead, more behind the scenes at the air show.